second semester you will not have these subjects because these were the electives of first semester. So in second semester you will not have these, but for these you will have public health. So public health is like a higher up version of health promotion. So in public health we go deeper into the epidemics, how the epidemics are caused and how these epidemics are affecting how it affected the population on a global index. If we even talk about the stress, how the lifestyle, and how we calculate the graph of the graph declines, how the certain lifestyle habit is putting more pressure on the global population. So public health is interesting if you have a good professor, and it is also interesting because you will study more about the global pandemics. Like we also study about COVID-19, we have it in our textbooks, and I did a presentation on that, so it was pretty interesting. So after public health you will also have a subject that is called microbiology. Microbiology is a subject that in here you will mostly study about the small bacteria, the germs, the disease causing, the one we say the positive and negative bacteria, what are they, how were they discovered. The starting, it's mostly interesting because we get to know how they were discovered, who discovered them, what color do they show when we prepare. And the most interesting part about microbiology is you get to do labs. As a first semester student, our most subjects are theoretical, so we just have to sit in lectures and note down our points, study. But when we come in second semester, we get to experience labs. So in microbiology, we have labs in which we prepare smears of bacteria. You will get like a petri dish with the agar, so you can have chocolate agar, blood agar, so based on the microorganism you're getting. So there you can actually experience how a microbiologist works and researches these various organisms, where you have to don on the PPE kit, your mask. You will have a class about that how the procedure of donning on and donning off the PPE kit, and you have to sanitize your area. You will get instructions. And the most fun part about microbiology was that we could not everyone got the chance to do individual experiments, but as a whole class, our professor used to show us how we can prepare a smear, and then she used to ask us who will volunteer themselves to prepare and then I did it like thrice because the class was just looking at each other, who will go and prepare it in front of the professor. We might mess up, but that's the step in learning. If you don't mess up, how we will learn? So you go there and the professor is actually seeing and helping you. We also have assistant professors, lab technicians that are there for guidance, and they will actually guide you through. So now in the petri dishes, there you can even write your name and initials. So in like after a few weeks you can go in the centrifuge and see if the bacteria has grown, how is the progress. So it's really interesting. And in this we also have the most important subject, as per my understanding, is clinical skills. What is clinical skills? Clinical skills is the more, I don't know about everyone, but in my opinion, clinical skills is the most interesting and hands-on practical subject when it comes to semester 2. It will be following semester 3 and semester 4 as well. We'll have many classes of clinical skills, but in second semester, this is our first time going into the classroom where we can actually do something practical. So in clinical skills, this is the most important subject as for me, because here you learn history taking. Okay, so what is history taking? History taking is the first and foremost thing that every medical student learns, and it is the most important thing that every physician, every medical student, every physician should know, and how to take history properly. So what is medical history? So when a patient comes in for a checkup, we don't know what they are here for, we don't know what they are suffering from, we don't know the cause of it. So how are we going to diagnose it? We are going to ask a series of questions. A series of questions that will help us diagnose the patient, help us understand their condition. So in history taking, first we learn about the history of present illness. In the history of present illness, what they came for, that will be asked. Like if I went to the doctor for my fever, in the history of present illness, we will talk about that. Okay, so you will start by, hello, I'm Chandni Kumari. I am a first year medical student, and today I'll be taking your history. And then you will ask, do you consent to me taking your physical history? And this will also, in the present illness, only physical history is taken. When we go past it, then their past history, their family's history, and their allergies, their sexual health, everything is taken. So the most important thing about history taking that you have to not forget is always ask the patient for their consent. Without consent, please don't ask any question, and please don't assume anything. So you ask them, are you comfortable with me asking you certain questions, and please answer me truthfully so we can diagnose your disease. So you will do the present medical history, then the past medical history, whether they have any disease or not, have they been hospitalized or not. Then allergies, do you have any allergies, or if they are on medication, for which allergy and why the medication. So obviously note down which medication they are on, so in the later when you prescribe the medicine, they don't clash and they don't cause a reaction. And furthermore, you will take the full history and note it down, so you can show it to your attending physician, and they can diagnose it better. So this was a more hands-on class. In clinical skills, we also learn how to take our blood sugar. So you will have these small devices where you can prick your finger, and with the blood, you can take the blood, and there will be a machine that shows your sugar level. We did that, and my sugar level was 93, which is in the normal range. And then we also learn how to take blood pressure. Blood pressure, we don't learn it by the machine that you just we learn it the physical way. You keep the stethoscope and listen for the sound. You pump, you place it, and then you pump it with the air, and then you listen with the stethoscope when the ding noise comes. So that was really fun. And then the most important thing we learned in clinical skills was CPR. CPR is a technique that every person, be it a medical student, be it a doctor, or anyone, be it an engineer or housewife, a normal office going person, everyone should know CPR, because CPR is the technique that can save lives. If you see someone who literally just fainted, their airways blocked, or they are not breathing, if you know CPR, you can save their lives. So the thing we learned CPR on mannequins, and we had the whole simulation going on. So it was really fun to check the simulation rooms. And in CPR, we learned the theoretical part and the practical part. So all in all, it was a really engaging class. And in the end of the semester, we had an exam, oral exam, the practical part, where we have to show the teacher. They'll ask whether the blood sugar or the blood pressure or CPR, which one you have to perform and show the teacher, so you will be graded on it. And I got CPR and I got full marks on it, because obviously I practiced for it. So it is a really fun part, and it involves the whole class, so you can do with your friends, with your groups, and learn better. So this is all about the education part of the first year of medicine. I am not sure how it is about how it goes about in different universities, but this is the basic thing that everywhere you will study. Doesn't matter the region you are studying medicine in, or the university, mostly the names of the subjects or the classes will be changed. Like this clinical skills in my friend's university is known as patient physician communication. So just a small difference will be there, but the core of all the subjects and how it works is practically same. So the only advice or only hack that I will say to pass first year of medicine is be consistent. Always revise your topics every day after lectures. Just go through it once, so at the end of the semester when you have your final exams, it's not a big backlog and you're not crying there that tomorrow's my exam and I don't know anything. So just go through your topics and ask your professors. They are new to you, you are new to them, they don't know you, so they can't understand whether you understood or not. Go to them, they have after office class time, go to them between the class or after classes and understand everything. Ask. Okay, you will not be punished for asking, so always ask and understand. Do your best. I know everyone is going through and trying their best when it comes to education, but just give it your all and you'll be fine. So yeah, thank you so much.